the #2 team in the country, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Red Raiders will kick it away to start us off. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The offense set for a first down play. The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He's stuffed after picking up one to the 23. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a third down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the quarterback, create some momentum. Now you're getting the football.
Oh, misjudges it a bit and muffs it.
And that was almost a huge mistake by special teams. On the punt return, fumbling the football. They are so lucky that they jumped on that ball and that their offense is now going to take the field, because that could have been disastrous.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They go to the ground. Across the 25, he's got room. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll throw it on first down. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today.
Yeah, dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? But how about you get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the middle of the season, playoffs down the road, make your statement here today.
And the Red Raiders are flying down the field. Calls his own number. And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders! Speed behind center cannot be stopped, and the defense really can't even contain it.
No, and especially when the offensive coordinator knows how to use it. You got a quarterback that can run like this, use them early and often.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He'll run it again. He'll push his way out to the 38, pick up a 3. Guys, it's almost impossible to overstate the importance of this game. The result might well be the cut line between really good bowl and the playoffs.
It's a really good point, Reese, because at this point of the season late, this is a resume builder, and this might be the win that you need to improve your status and impress the committee so that they put you in the college football playoff.
Yeah, in these top 10 games, they get more attention. More people are there, more people are covering, more people are talking about it, more people are spreading it. So, obviously, to do it on this stage will go a long way to determining whether this team gets in the playoff.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Looking for a block. It's Ingram. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
It's really important for them.
Oh, look out! Running inside the 20. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11.
You want to know why this offense runs the football a lot? Because you got a guy that's top 5 in college football in rushing. You give him the football, and he'll continue to make plays. I imagine they're going to keep feeding him because he keeps putting up productive numbers.
Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. He wants to throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Pulled down after picking up 5 to the 6-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also roll outside. He can really do it all.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. This is a designed run. Really tough run there. He got 4. That'll leave him a yard short on 4th down. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Here we go with the run on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
This offense tries to get rolling from its own 15 on 1st down. From the gun, the running back has it. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Finally pulled down, but not before, moving the chains for a 1st down. This Tiger running game starting to show some juice, sort of a C.J. Spiller type of feel.
Yeah, and it doesn't always hit you early. It doesn't always hit you on the first possession, but I do think they've done a good job over the years, Clemson, with sticking with the run game, creating that balance, trying to get those first downs, and trying to create some tempo against your defense.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Texas Tech 7, Clemson 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Now on the move. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 25. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
That route is a man beater, and the quarterback knew exactly where to go with it. He got the look he wanted, put it out in front of the receiver, let him do the rest, yards after the catch, setting up 1st and goal.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. on the option. And he's dragged down.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Third and goal coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pass is intercepted. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
I love defenses that make big plays, that understand what they're trying to get from the offense, understand how to attack it, jump some of these routes, make these interceptions, and then not only that, when you get the football, try to do something with it. Don't slide down. Don't take a knee. Try to bring that thing back to the house. You set your offense up for great field position.
Just trying to power it ahead. They pick up 5. Ball spotted at the 12.
Really nice first down run. And you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles. He can run outside. He can catch the football. He can block. This guy can do it all.
Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defense all year long.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get behind the defense. What a snag by the defense. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Defense is about negative plays, creating negative plays and creating turnovers. What a great job, not only creating the interception, but doing something after. You see the blocks after the interception, return it almost back to the house, and now you set your offense up with great field position.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. The offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
The give to the tailback. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Quarterback now breaking the field. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and move the play ready.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Buck. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Red Raiders are in the hurry-up. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Trying to make magic with his feet. Finds his man and they convert.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a two-shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. And the Red Raiders will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Looks as if he's going to run it. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
And the running back gets a second rushing touchdown in the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, it has gone final in that top 25 matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. North Texas looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program that's won before, and they might just add some more hardware before the year is out. Always interesting to see ranked teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On second down, he'll let it fly. He's got the back of the net. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Green 25.
Looking to move it through the air. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Got some room to run. 10. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And the extra point makes it 28-0.
That makes the score. Texas Tech, 28. Clemson.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and he'll bring it to the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about the first one.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Looking for a huge play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
I'll tell you what, to get home to the quarterback and force pressure while just rushing three allows your back end to cover so much space. Now you got 8 guys in coverage. It makes you really dynamic in the back end of your defense.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. And that pass picked off. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover zero. When I play cover zero, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
Now they'll run it to the right here. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. He's got 99 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Slide 22. Slide.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Right back to the well. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Lets it fly deep downfield. Snag in the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Clemson, 0.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Trying to find his man on first down. Makes the grab. It's Fernandez. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up the first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Going up top on first down. He's going for it all. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Ingram. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it downfield for a huge gain.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. To the air on first down. Throws for the tight end. Complete downfield. Love what they did there, putting the big fella in the slot, letting him use his ability to get downfield and create some space and find the soft spot in the zone.
No doubt. You got the big fella in the slot, so you get your matchup. You know it's zone coverage. You know you can put it up out there and let him go make a play. That is a recipe for success, finding that matchup and exploiting it.
Grab behind the line. It's Vic. He brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The Red Raiders in the hurry-up. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
That's why as quarterbacks you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching. And that defender knew exactly where the DB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Quarterback will audible. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Fires to the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had it right down the gun of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. And you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. This time it's complete. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Here's his offense with a fresh set of downs.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Got his man quickly.
Well, the drag routes put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
Got 5 wide out spread across the field on 2nd and 5.
Terrier, set, Hornet.
He's looking to throw. They're working that left side. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Hitch route. Nice job getting going out. It's a wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw it again. Unleashes one deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
You just need to have more efficiency in the passing game. This guy completed exactly 50% of his throws the last game out. Not good enough. And he's below that number in this game. Still not good enough.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Quarterback checking off. And back to the air on 2nd down. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. And chunk plays on the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Clemson ready to go back to work with another 1st down. He's going to pass. Got the back over the middle. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Moving out of the pocket. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when they're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, that is just great awareness by the big fella up front defensively. He did a good job just reading the quarterback's eyes. He knew where he was going with the football, and he's like, hey, these interceptions are just for the little fast guys. Us big guys can get it done too.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they blah, 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 blah. And sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late. But at least you got the party started.
Clemson, 14.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Looking for a crease to the left. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Buys a little time with his feet. On the run, fires downfield. It's caught downfield. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20. And the Red Raiders headed quickly to the line. Wide out in motion. On second down, they'll take to the air. Gets it out fast. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. The Red Raiders look to keep this drive humming. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. They get him down after a 4-yard gain to the 6.
It's now 2nd and goal.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And the beatdown has ensued.
Texas Tech, number 2 in the end zone.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Set to kick off.
Fair catch called for and made. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Quarterback checking the play.
Gorilla! Gaucho! Gaucho! Acor!
Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And the pass falls incomplete, and we have played 3 quarters.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Texas Tech 42, Clemson 14.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll line up for a 2nd down play.
Acor! 29 Philly! 2-9 Philly! Hornet!
He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. Makes a connection. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
It's hard to imagine that that's his first catch of this game so far. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, and they knew if they were going to win this game, he had to touch it a lot. They had to get him involved. They haven't been able to do that. That's a big reason why they're trailing by so much.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42.
Green 25! Griffin! Tuna!
He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long. That's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense. And that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Red Raiders! A great for a touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. That score pushes us out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
49, Clemson, 14.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that just does that, man. Just effortlessly picks up chunks of yards and then smartly gets out of bounds. But this whole offense, man, everybody's a threat. Anybody can take the football and make big plays. And when you got a quarterback with that much athletic ability, it's an absolute nightmare for D.
And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, trying to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
And that goes down as an incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously he's outside the tackle box. So he can throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
They'll go with a direct snap. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. And the Red Raiders will hustle to the line.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell, ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
The Red Raiders are moving quickly down the field.
Here we go.
Looking to go up top on first down. They're bringing heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Well, this offense give it then it turned around and give it back.
And I think a bunch of people are going to go, why don't they just turn around and hand the ball? I'm not going to hand the ball off every single play. I understand nice big play the play before, but listen, you got to mix it up. You got to keep them guessing. But you obviously want to have more success than and these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Paul, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as a 2 completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
A shot toward the end zone. Just threw that one way too far.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Purdue pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. A masterful road performance, or as Coach likes to call it, Boilermakers football. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it.
And I think the coaching staff can help them too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give them some easy throws.
Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line, they'll have it 1st and 10. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. That's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
The offense lining up for a 1st down play. The handoff deep, working on that clock. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Got it. Line getting set on 2nd down. Handoff from the shotgun. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, on the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything is working. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He saw just enough daylight to move the sticks and get it done with his legs.
Defense in that situation just has to know to stay in their lanes. You know, it's hard enough to get this guy down on the ground, but you just can't let him escape. You got to build the fence. You got to build the cage. Keep him in the pocket, and that time he was just able to use his athleticism to get outside and go pick.
Afterburners coming. Touchdown, Red Raiders. And the stomping has commenced. That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
59, Clemson, 21.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face.
Pass on the way. It's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Offense getting set for first down. Defense looks as if it's coming. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
He's looking on the right side. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to do great right here. Look at him.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
Clemson, 21.
Defense gets the timeout call. 20 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Texas Tech.
Here comes the offense on first down. He wants to throw. The sweet feet buy a little time. Barishnikov should be so sweet. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
Ouch. You cannot make a living as a quarterback taking those kind of hits. Nice job scrambling, getting the first down. Let's not do too many more of those.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Is another first down for the
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.